What's up guys, welcome back for the YgoPro duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Next match, two big decks, like always, right? First deck list we have TeleDAD from back in 2009, like an evolved version, especially for the mirror match back in 2009 again. Probably the best deck next to Gladiator Beasts at full force, you know, during the period of 2008 and 2009. Only two Dark Arms. Dark Armed was it 3 before this list, but you know, at 2, or if I'm not mistaken. Feel free to correct me. Double Royal Oppression here in the main deck. I believe this is Jerry Wang's winning YCS build. I think it should be due to the only, I believe, one copy of Emergency Teleport here in the main deck in favor of multiple copies, main decked copies of Royal Oppression again because of the mirror match. The Necro Gardna, very nice stack again, searchable off of Reinforcement of the Armor and discardable, or at least you can discard it off of your Dark Greffer. 40 cards in main deck, triple Solemn. Must be nice. Next list we have one of the Mermail variants throughout the history of this game, and that's Tidal Mermails. You know, with triple Dragoons as its biggest strength, a triple Diva as well. Only 2 Mech C, that's good, but again, if your opponent knows that and if they can still OTK you even through the Mech C, well, what is your hand of 20 cards going to do against a potential OTK, right? So again, triple Tidal in the main deck. Well, I don't need to explain this particular deck, right? But again, triple Tidal must be a nice, great card, of course, because of the Mermails. Excellent for setting up your graveyard. Searches off of Dragoons, for example, especially with the 3 Dragoons here in the main deck. So which deck has the advantage? Mermails, because of power creep. Triple Tidal, not to forget the Dragon Ruler being like, you know, recurable, rebornable. You can reborn it from your graveyard, and that's quite hard. Right, an immediate +1 every turn against can be crucial against a lot of older decks. Then again, the Royal Oppression, same like Vanity's Emptiness, are cards that can steal, you know, just can steal games right there. Okay, so let's hop into the first duel. Okay, game number 1. I believe the opponent gets to start. Quite interesting, Mermails opting to start. And again, quite excellent since both these cards, both Dragoons and Abystius, are both at 3. Normal summoning the Diva, so we know what's coming, right? I believe you search out the Mulling Glacia of the first roll of the first and only Dragoons, right? The normal summon Diva is of course much different compared to what we have now with normal summon Diva into Atlantean Prince, into Link shenanigans, etc, etc, to set up the Mulling Glacia. You know, that's today's 2018 Mermail / Atlantean shenanigans. And going for Dracossack every time I like face a Dracossack with an older deck, pre-Dracossack, I always get a feeling like Dracossack, depending on the deck of course, but most of the time completely just power creeps pretty much all the decks before it, since again it has your protection thanks to the tokens and will you know, get like a +1 every turn as well. Yeah, Dracossack still needs to survive, but again, threatening your opponent with 1 destruction by tributing itself or a token is again quite strong, especially against the older decks. A top deck Dark Armed would have been fantastic if I already had the 3 Darks in my graveyard, but nope, here I might, well, I could have like Wing Blast during my own turn, get rid of the Mulling Glacia, I would have stalled by a turn. But well, what could I have drawn, right? Maybe like another copy of Dark Arm, but anyway, game number 2, I get to start, and seeing the Royal Oppression, again, quite obviously very solid, especially with the 2 draw cards here in this deck. This is what made TeleDAD such a fast deck. Triple Allure and triple Destiny Draw in your main deck. Again, sending on the graveyard with something like Malicious, immediately flip over the Royal Oppression to immediately get a +1 here in this situation. Well, eventually, you know, negate, I believe, was it the Abystius again? Yeah, Abystius and Dragoons, but thanks to, I believe it was the stream that let him discard the Atlantean Infantry, yep, to indeed pop the Royal Oppression, but that's all good. The Royal Oppression paid off, negating, preventing my opponent from setting up his field, and the Heavy Storm, in this case the Pro Storm, getting rid of both back rows, and yep, TeleDAD at its finest here, dropping all the beatsticks, the big beatsticks on my side of the field, and, you know, pre-errata brain control, gain control of the Abyss Lead, I believe the name is, and now eventually attack for a game. Again, TeleDAD at its finest. Game number 3, the opponent gets to start. And that's definitely a problem, right? Especially with all those multiple Solemns in the main deck. Well, then again, as I mentioned before, probably is that Solemn is not too fantastic against Atlanteans, or at least against Mermails. You know, it probably most of the time just a sitting duck for cards like Marksman, right? It's face down popping effect. End of main phase 2, I believe, yup, going for the lead. Eventually he went for doing his first turn for the Gaios, Abyss Gaios. Not sure, well that's definitely an okay play, but I think a Draco Sec would have been much more threatening. Again, I probably would have Suicide with Sengen into like one of his weaker monsters and get the Surge and then Wing Blast immediately during his turn to get rid of the Draco Sec, right? But again, he probably could have gone for maybe another Draco Sec or maybe Abyss Gaios again, since that's why I waited with the Wing Blast here to make sure that my opponent did not end with an Abyss Gaios. Again, the Tidal was attached, I believe, on its first Gaios. So the normal summon of, what is it called, Pike? Yeah, no, the special summon indeed during the end phase, yep. Maybe I could have solved the Abyss Sphere, but that seemed so terrible. Again, like 1 out of 3 chances that he would, if he did have a Marksman, I believe we knew he had Marksman, or you can definitely expect, right, if they end phase for Linde into Abyss Pike, I believe, yep, you can definitely expect like Infantry or Marksman during the end phase. Anyway, again, the Royal Oppression coming through, but he did top deck, I believe he did top deck the Abyss Megalo, yep, indeed, and the Megalo discards the Infantry, indeed. Yeah, also the Maxi earlier, the Maxi got him like 3 draws, maybe 4 draws, with the draw phase eventually 4 refreshing cards, 4 new cards to deal with the possible Royal Oppression. So yeah, both Maxi and the top deck of the Abyss Megalo definitely sealed the deal. So no steal for TeleDAD here with another Royal Oppression, but still 1 point for TeleDAD, and Mermails / Atlanteans will get the 2 points here. So again, very exciting, very close here in this particular group. So next match should follow yeah, very soon, again depending on the new card releases in the OCG. Okay guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.